With us now to preview tomorrow night's BRIC Flicks event, Funny Film Fatales, is Film Fatales Partnerships Coordinator and the evening's moderator, Emily Lobsense. Welcome to BK Live.
Thanks.
We're also happy to welcome two of the women filmmakers on the panel, award-winning director, screenwriter, and author Enid Zentelis. We just saw a scene from her series, Au Pair. Welcome. Thanks for being here. And that was funny. And Alicia Slimmer, here to tell us about her award-winning debut feature film, Creed Moria, and how she got it made.
Good to be here.
Thank you for being here. Emily, let's start with you. Why is it so important for organizations like Film Fatales to exist?
Well, it was started a few years ago, I think, when and I think, you know, both of them can speak to it. It's a male-dominated industry, and if you're going to change that, I think we all really want to help each other, work together, and that's sort of what it was born from. Is one filmmaker went out and asked for help from a lot of people, and a lot of women helped her, and she kind of realized, like, wow, I could have made this film with all this help from all these women, and so she started inviting them over for, you know, dinners, and so now that's what we do, is we all come together to find ways to get our projects made and promoted and seen, and because, you know, there's legislation, I think, moving forward about all these things, but in the end you kind of have to just do it yourself, but you can't do it by yourself. And so that's why, you know, you got sort of a grassroots movement to change one minor injustice in the world, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, grassroots.
Yeah, that's now international, right?
Yeah. So how did you guys find your way then? Speaking of those grassroots, what's the network like that led you to Film Fatales?
You know, when I made my film, I didn't go to film school, so, but thanks to Facebook, I was seeing a lot of posts by Leah Meyerhoff, who started Film Fatales, and she was so receptive. I didn't even think to join the organization at the moment, but she was so receptive to just my messages to her, like, you know what, I need a sound designer. Would you have any recommendations? Or I need, you know, someone to do music licensing. So that, and then just following the post of the Fatales, finally it dawned on me, like, can I join? Can I join? So that's how I got involved.
Alicia, I think we actually have a clip potentially from your
we
feature
do.
film. Tell us what we're about to see.
Okay, so you're meeting the crazy Cahill family. You're a totally dysfunctional all-American family in the 1980s, and the mother, Angela, played by the very talented Rachel DeBenedette, has been calling the family to dinner, and she made a heart-shaped meatloaf that she wants to share.
Awesome, let's take a look.
Sean, where's the salad? Why are you sitting?
I thought dinner was ready.
And you can't help bring it in?
Of course I can help bring it in.
Forget it. Sit down, sit down. Take your hat off at my table.
Ta-da!
Sean, what do you call that?
Salad a la Sean.
Marie, is she back yet? Candy, let's go.
Yum! It's the SBDE. I couldn't find him, Mom.
Oh, did you even look? He's probably still at the ball field.
Ma, your tag's still on.
No kidding. If it makes it through this meatloaf, I'll keep it. If not, it goes back.
Is that vegetarian?
Yes, Sean, that's why it's called meatloaf.
I'm a vegetarian.
You're nothing of the kind.
Let's pray. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Mother of God. What are you doing to my rug?
I got the winning run. You should have seen how far I hit it.
You know, your mother makes this beautiful meal and you just trot in here whenever you want to.
Get
Sit
out
down.
of here with those things.
Okay, well, what is it? Out of here or sit down?
Get out of here.
Down.
All right, just sit down. And take that hat off of your mother's table. Damn it, Daniel.
What did I
Can
do?
we please have one meal where everything doesn't get ruined? Shawnee?
Stop poking me.
Danny.
Marie.
Tell him to stop.
That's all I get.
We didn't say grace.
What?
Yep. It's the Andersons' house.
Again? That's the third time this week.
Probably another prank call.
Probably a Creed Morian.
Leave the poor Creed Morians out of this. Now sit down, all of you. I want to eat and pray before all of this gets ruined. Dear Lord.
Oh, dear Jesus.
Oh, Danny.
It wasn't me.
Cuddles. Who's been feeding him chicken again?
Oh, could we just pray, goddammit, please?
Oh, pray he stops farting.
Dear Lord, please bless this food and this day. And bless our neighbors, the Andersons. There is something seriously wrong with that family.
Amazing. So that was your award-winning debut feature?
Well, yeah, I'm in the film festival circuit now, so, you know, it's been fun.
Awesome. We'll have to find it to learn more about the Creedmoreans.
There's something there. All right, Enid, you've been working on this au pair project. Tell us about that.
Yes. Well, I'm a feature director. I have been for a while, and then I just started to get into episodic, like so many people, seeing that there's real opportunity to tell different stories with different characters, but it's still pushing a boulder up a hill. So I got a grant, and I was really interested in doing something that was unmediated, where I could just come up with a story on my own, characters on my own, cast whom I wanted. And I did that, so it was a very limited shoot and limited funds. So it ended up being kind of like a proof of concept kind of pilot that could go along with a package of a pitch explaining how this series could work. So that's Au Pair, yes.
We
so
had
my first foray.
Julie Minnan here, and she was talking about the grants that the city is giving or for women working in TV and film and trying to expand the industry. So that's like one notch in the move forward. So how are things changing? Are people waking up and realizing the power that women filmmakers and creatives have?
Do you want to speak to that?
I mean, if you... Okay. Yeah, I think that, I mean, yeah, I think little by little they are. I think that I do think that, like, for me, like, Film Fatales has been a huge part of that. I think there's more and more, you know, as people realize it's a problem. I think some people almost didn't even realize that it was an issue. I think I kind of didn't. I just would show up on set, like I worked as a camera person, and I would show up on set and they'd like send me to makeup, and I'm like, I'm a camera person. They just expect, like, you know, a small female, she must be here, like an actress or whatever. And so I think that it's like that people are trying, as soon as there's a lot of goodwill to try and change that. So there's special funds that are just for women. There's, like, you know, workshops that are for women and minorities, stuff like that. So I think it is moving forward.
Even the film festivals, I find that, you know, the last two festivals, I just came back from Cucalores in St. Louis, and they both were so proud that 50% of the films that they were screening were women. So the festival programmers are even curating more towards women, you know. And now I find, like, now we need the judges on the panel judging the films to be more represented by women, because, you know, that's going to be another, I think, bug in their ear, because a lot of them are men.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of areas where my first film premiered at Sundance in 2004, and we were the first class of just feature filmmakers that were half women. And so everyone thought at that time, change is coming. So I think
12 years later.
I think there's collective will on some levels, but for agents, for studios, for producers, it's all about the dollar, you know. And so it's hard to, I think, continue to break through when you don't look like the person that made the studio blockbuster. So that holds true for any minority filmmakers. So it's a challenge. It's still a challenge to overcome that, and there has to be that goodwill and grants and organizations as well to help, you know, support female filmmakers. But I think there's still a long way to go, ultimately, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Emily, your work spans different genres, right? So from documentary to comedy, is it different from one genre to the next?
I mean, I think within fiction, like narrative films, I don't think there's much of a difference. I do think, as you do notice, when it's like, you know, like, if I'm like, I have the script that's a thriller, people are like, ooh, a woman wrote a thriller, you know? And I do think that documentary, in terms of documentary versus narrative, I do think there's a much bigger percentage of women making documentary. I think sometimes some of that might be because, like, it's maybe more activism. Like, a lot of, I don't really make activist films, but well, I guess all films are activist in some way. But yeah, I think that documentary, it's less skewed. I still do think, though, that there is that sort of, to Enid's point, there's that idea that, like, oh, well, you know, we don't need to give this, like, this woman made this film It was successful, maybe it won awards, whatever, in documentary or fiction, but then she's not the one that's offered the series deal or her money, money to make the next
Can I
$5
ask the
million.
goofiest question? I feel like I may be in the majority because I don't know nothing about nothing. I just show up at the movie that I think is good, and I don't know if a woman directed it or a man directed it. I can't tell you like, oh, the auteur and all that stuff. So this is more of an inside industry problem because we, the idiots who eat popcorn and watch movies, I don't care who directed a movie. Is there a way a
that's the
woman
hope.
directs?
You don't want to be marked by like, I am this person, therefore mark my art thusly and accept it in that light only.
Right.
But yeah, it's an industry issue. It's a, I was just on a big
So
Tina
it's a
Fey
man
set.
problem. It's not a
I think
audience
so,
issue.
and it's like it's like a status quo problem, right? And people afraid of sort of working outside the box or considering people in a different light for different things, just because it may be more challenging to do that, to think that way. But women definitely, where they're episodic features, they have to prove themselves 10 times more than any male artist working in the same field. That is across the board. Yeah.
Have you felt that too, Alicia?
Yes and no. I mean, I kind of feel like a newbie, so, I'm probably not the best person to ask. But, on the festival circuit, for sure, I'm always so excited if I'm up for any kind of award. And then I get a little disheartened when I'm like, you couldn't have found one woman judge? Are you kidding me? Like out of all the filmmakers out there? Because, not that women are tough on women too. It's not like all of a sudden I'm going to have a hands up.
Right, let them in.
Just want to balance.
We saw that in the election. All right, so we're completely out of time, but I think we just scratched the surface. Thank you very much. Maybe we should do this again.
We'd love to.
Watch some more movies. Or come tomorrow night, We'll be on the stoop, and it'll be funny. We can all use a laugh. Right?
So funny. That part didn't come, didn't come through at all.
Dang.
This is like,
Let's do it over
tomorrow.
yeah.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow
Thank you
on
so
the
much.
Soup for